sweet, tender chunks of beef and a sticky chili ginger sauce. Ah, I love this slow cooker beef dish. This is sticky chili ginger beef noodles. All right, so we're gonna start off with some beef. Now, I've got two types of beef that I'm using for this dish. I've got my beef short rib, and then I've also got some beef chuck steak, just some chunks. So you could use any type of secondary cut of beef, like gravy beef, you could use beef shanks. You really want the beef that has the nice marbling of fat through it, and that's gonna break down and get nice and tender as we cook it. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil to my pan first of all, and then pick up each piece. So give each piece a little bit of love, guys. Be a little bit patient with it. So just sprinkle some salt on each side. Hear the sizzle? That's just what we want. And then when you've got that really beautiful sear, turn the beef over. And I'm doing this in batches. I don't want to overcrowd the pan, because if I do that, we're going to get more of a stewing kind of thing happening rather than a browning thing. The stewing will come later. Okay, now once each piece is beautifully browned, I'm going to take it straight out and pop it into my slow cooker bowl. Now, if you have a look at the bottom of this pan, see all that really lovely golden color? That is all the flavor that we were after, so perfect. And while this is really hot, I'm gonna add in my onions. If your beef was a lot leaner than mine, you didn't have a lot of fat in the bottom of the pan, you could add in a little bit of oil just to help those onions kind of soften. And what I wanna do here is really scrape the bottom of that pan to make sure that I'm getting all of that beautiful flavor off the bottom. So keep these onions sauteing until they're a beautiful golden color and they're nice and soft. So if you put raw onions into your slow cooker or into your stew, you're not gonna get that beautiful sweet flavor. Now you can see that really lovely color, the onions are nice and soft. I'm gonna deglaze the pan, which just means I'm gonna add some liquid to lift off all of the sort of brown colored bits from the bottom of the pan. Okay, now extra flavorings. I want some soy sauce and a little dash of dark soy sauce. So this is more for a bit of color, a really nice deep dark color. Now, to give our beef all of the flavor, I am gonna be using my Marion's Kitchen Sticky Chili Ginger Marinade. So if you're in Australia, you guys can head to Coles and you can buy this right now. If you're in the US, head to my website. I do have a product like this available for you guys as well. Now, if you can't get a hold of this, I do show you how I make this from scratch. So head to my YouTube channel, you'll find the recipe for this there. But I'm gonna go ahead and pour this out into my saucepan. Ah, the smell of that ginger, yum. And then I just want a little bit of star anise. I love that extra star anise flavor, particularly when you're cooking any kind of meat. Just kind of really brings out the savoriness in the dish. Okay, now mix all of that together. Now, this just goes straight onto our beef. But I'm using the slow cooker today, so I just want to mix this through, make sure all of that beef is covered in that beautiful sticky sauce. And now it looks like we don't have a lot of liquid here, but that beef is really going to soften up and release a lot of its juices while it slow cooks. So you'll see we end up with quite a bit at the end. Okay, now the lid goes on. And my slow cooker has either a 6-hour or an 8-hour setting. So I'm gonna put this on the 8-hour and come back to it a little later on. Okay, so let's have a look and see what kind of magic has been happening in our slow cooker. Look at that, I can just tell by the look and the smell that this is gonna be amazing. So before we disturb our beef too much, I just want to take off some of that layer of fat that's gathered just at the top there. And I'll just use a spoon and scoop that off, take that out. Okay, and now we are ready to thicken up our sauce and slice up that beautiful beef. So I just want to pour this out into quite a large pan actually, and the large pan's going to allow all the liquid to evaporate really quickly and our sauce to thicken up even faster. Okay, so just let that sauce simmer away, and while that's happening, I'm going to pull out our pieces of beef short rib. Now, all I want to do here is coax that bone out of the meat, which is very easy indeed, and then just break that beef up. It's so soft and tender, it barely needs any kind of encouragement. Okay, so I'm going to add the beef back into that sauce. And And then just to thicken things up even more and make everything really beautiful and glossy, I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch that I've mixed with some water. Mix that through. Pure joy. Now you can serve this up a couple of different ways. It's beautiful just with some plain steamed rice. I like to also do noodles, so I'm using egg noodles today. I've cooked these and I've just quickly tossed them in some sesame oil for some extra flavor and to make sure they don't stick together. And then I want some of that beautiful beef on top. Ah, looking so good. And then this is an optional extra, but you guys know by now I love things with chili, so I'm just adding a little bit of chili flakes and then just a little sprinkling of spring onion. And there you have it, guys. Sticky chili ginger beef. Ah, so good. I'll let you know how it goes. That is outstanding. Yum. Sometimes I make myself so happy. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I enjoyed cooking it and eating it as well. But my new marinades, my Marianne's original marinades, are in Coles right now. So they've just launched and you'll find them in the sauce section at Coles in Australia. So I hope you can try them. If you do, please let me know what you think. I can't wait to share these with you all. See you.